pay for your goods. And to achieve this, we have developed an ingenious, flexible payment scheme, which we call the Nato Care savings scheme. How does it work? Logically, a pregnant woman will carry her babies for 9 months. Our solution is like a package deal. It costs $8, which is around 5,500. We've divided that to 9 months. This woman just get to pay 450 naira every month, which is way easy. And before the 9th month, they have saved conveniently the amount, and they are able to pay for this solution without even knowing. And we've gotten like 100% success rate with this, because some of these women will come to meet us and tell us they want to even pay more than that, so that after delivery, they can have extra money to purchase other things, which is also part of what we are applying for the 3 million naira grant. I mean, with this model, we want to to achieve this, we want to be able to automate our solution, which is why we're also applying for this 3 million naira grant. And then we have a compact team with around 55 years experience with an advisory board. Like I said, the 3 million naira is going to be used for to automate our solution, make it accessible in 36 states of the country, which is like our vision. And then we're also going to be extending our delivery kit supplies. And then because of this workload, we'll be applying an additional staff. At Nato Care, we believe that no woman, I repeat it again, no woman deserves to lose her life while trying to give birth to a child. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Let's appreciate him once more. We'll be listening to yet another person. She's a promoter of Skooks, and she is Oluwadamilola Shoyombo. Jam your hands together for her.
Hello, I am Dami Shoyombo, and I'm the founder of Skooks. % of jobs have been changed by the age of technology we live in. But one thing that has not changed, if you all agree with me, is our education system. And 160 million kids will be unfit for the job ecosystem in the next 10 years. But that is not the case for Mide. Mide is a 16-year-old boy who had no access to technology skills because the school had limited resources. We took him up and trained him in graphic design skills. Fast forward to today, Mide is in his second year in university. He has developed his proficiency in product design. He's currently working professionally while paying for his school fees, even running himself through school. So what is Skooks? Skooks is an e-learning platform providing African children with access to technology skills at a young age. Simply said, we are Coursera for African kids. Our target audience are kids aged 5 to 18 years, and we reach them through their schools and also their individual parents. We're targeting middle to upper class income earners and 80,000 plus schools across Nigeria. The market size is quite large, and targeting 1% of the African market alone leaves us at $22 million. We work as a subscription-based model, charging 8,000 naira for our lowest plan and 25,000 naira for the highest plan. And in terms of schools, we have different plans depending on the number of students they have. In the space of 10 months, we've generated 10 million plus in revenue. We have 600 students, 30 plus courses uploaded on the site, and we have 8 different learning centers across Nigeria, including schools and ICT centers. We've received several awards and recognitions in that space as well. We're different from other e-learning platforms because we're providing localized technology content for the students. Now, in terms of turnover, by reaching 20,000 students, our revenue will be at 100 million naira, and that increases progressively, as you can see. The team is made up of individuals with experience in technology, education, finance, and business. And our ask today is for 3 million naira, which will help us reach more students in terms of marketing, which would also help us build a more gamified mobile application. And lastly, it will help us employ more teachers and have more courses. And our major goal as well is to ensure that every Keystone future account owners, kids and parents, have access to technology skills for their children. And our overall goal at Skooks is to reach millions of Nigerians and African children at large and possibly change their lives. Or as Keystone we say, give them the future they deserve.
Thank you, Zore. I think let's appreciate her. I think our head of corporate communications and marketing owes us some chocolates. Yeah, she's done a good job in trying to assist you do your work. Thank you so very much. She even has our product knowledge, you see there? Our future account holders and so on. Okay, let's appreciate Scopes. All right. And the last person to present for this group or in this batch is the promoter of STEM Mets, Jade Shola Adedeji. Let's appreciate her as she comes. Let's do that one more time. Thank you.
My name is Jadisola Adedeji, and I'm the co-founder of STEM Mets. Okay, the slides are not, there's something missing here. So this is supposed to be a picture of my son, age 10, 12 years ago when we moved from Canada. My husband and I decided to come back home, bringing our skills, education, as well as our experiences. After all, Nigeria was pivotal in our foundation years. But what we found when we got back was a broken and impoverished educational system, with many leaving school without the skills required to get meaningful job opportunities. And of course, the root of that was the quality of education, outdated curriculum. And education in its current form was really failing our children. And so STEM Met started with the aim of bridging the skills gap in education and equipping our students with technical and soft skills to ensure that they thrive in the 21st century. And we do this by offering STEM-based education, science, technology, engineering, and math-based education to children ages 3 to 16, moving away from the cramming and regurgitating to a more hands-on, project-based learning and teaching experiences. We offer early childhood intervention programs for children as early as age 3, with a clear path for progression for them to move on to STEM-based careers. Our aim really is to provide year-long supplementary education, both in person and also online. And we do this through STEM enrichment classes, holiday camps, as well as partnership with corporates to ensure that education is really being given in a different form. And we've done this by partnering with international EdTech programs, essentially bringing the best of the world to our kids here in Nigeria. The market size is huge. We're targeting mid to premium private schools, as well as parents who are looking for quality learning content and innovative experiences for their children. So their competitors in the market, we feel that our programs, through the variety of distribution channels and the different tracks that we offer, really stands up in good stead. Our aim is to be the formal provider of STEM education, not only in Nigeria, but across Africa. So to date, we've trained more than 18,000 children. We've run over 100 workshops all across Nigeria. We have a team of 10 facilitators as well as 4 management team, and we're looking to kit out our management team. So the future, we want to be a blended learning education company, and we want to leverage on both online and in-person interaction. We currently do this through our after-school programs, and we've seen a change from extracurricular to co-curricular, and our growth has really come from there. We also train teachers and also give them access to our platforms, and that really we see as a path to scale with zero delivery cost to us. So again, pandemic happened, and the essence of being online has become even more important, and we see our growth from that angle. The use of funds, if we do get the 3 million Naira grants, we would like to hire more in our marketing and biz dev, as well as head of partnerships, and also develop more marketing and content development all around. And so this was the young man you were supposed to have seen in that picture, age 10. He recently graduated with a degree in computer science and is also pursuing a career in computer games programming. We feel, just like we've come alongside him with his learning journey, that we are positioned to come along Nigerian children and African children in their learning platform, and for them to be able to thrive and reach their future potential. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Another round of applause. Wow. We've come to yet the end of another batch. And let me tell you, after the feedbacks from the judges, we'll take the very last and final batch, and then at that point, all of you will now put your chaplets in water and start praying, because the judges will now put together their scores. And right on this podium, we will give out the grants. Is somebody nuts? Okay. Oh, you thought we would say come back next year. Today. All right. So, judges, over to you.
All right, okay, well done, team. Joneswood, Catsol, Nato Care, Cooks, and STEMMET. Okay, so I'll make this very brief. For Joneswood, so I recall one of your competitive advantages, or one of your competitive priorities is to be an eco-friendly furniture making company. So maybe next time you're pitching, try to bring that out, because that's something that makes you different from others. For Catsol, I also recall you have internationalization partnership opportunities. That's also a strong differentiator. I think it was on your slides, but yeah, you didn't speak to that. For the others, you're not, I think one compelling metric that a few people like Chalkboy got very early on was their profitability margin, because you're not new companies, you're not ideas. You have numbers, you have revenue. So where you are profitable, it will be good to bring that out so that people, because investors also are always looking at the ROI. So many of you, I think Nato Cares, STEMMET, you spoke, Scooks, you spoke about your revenue, but you didn't discuss the profitability. So I'm sure you've broken even. So that needs to come out. For Scooks, I don't know, the use of funds. You said you would use 35% of the 3 million for the app. I'm not sure, I don't know I don't know how feasible that is to meet that kind of expense, but yeah, I was just a bit curious as to whether that will be sufficient for you to build what you want to build, or whether it will be best used to market the existing product that you already have. Okay, so those are the few comments I have. Let me pass it on to the other judges. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, the entrepreneurs who just did this presentation. I will go through it in no particular order in terms of my my feedback. Okay, starting with Catsol, that's Chioma Ukbabi. Okay, a few things that are on the positive side. There's value addition clearly. And there's a market, there's a particular need. People who have, sizes that are not easily you cannot get very easily in the market. So that market is there. And I want to say 100, is it 100% local? Okay, 100% local, so there is no importation over there. And then what about the quality? How do you ensure quality control? How do you ensure that there is sustainability in terms of your quality? Is there a team in place? Are there any form of certification that you have, okay, on putting this together? And then one thing I also like about your presentation is about the 3 million naira and exactly what it will do for your company. Clearly, you can never have enough as production is concerned, but value addition, very good. Okay, the need and the market also well profiled and identified, and the fact that you're also meeting the specific need of large shoe sizes or high sizes, that also is going for you. All right. For Nato Cares, I think you're taking a bit too much on. All right. And then these are areas that are clearly medical. Okay. That also, I haven't heard that your messaging and the delivery kits as what it has done to that rate of deaths. Okay. So if you're talking about just the kits, I expect that you focus on the kits, knowing that maybe you could subsidize it. Maybe what is an average kit like in the market for a woman who wants to? And also your market too. What kind of market are you looking at? Is it the very low end of the market, the middle market, or high end? Those were also not stated. But for me, clearly, a bit too much to take on the Nato Care, and because it's also a very specialized area, medical, all right, so it's also, and there are also no outcome. You've been doing that, okay, you're getting people to save, very good, but then in terms of your aim, the objective, to say that we want to reduce, we haven't been able to confirm that your text messaging and all that have helped women, you know, at the point of delivery. So that is about, some of your products are okay, flexible savings for women, people who can. So I think it's to streamline it, all right, and really bring it down to probably one service that you can, you know, you can control or be in charge of from end to end. So for Damilola Shoyombo, okay, e-learning platform, middle to upper class also. And I'm saying that you talked about differentiation, your product from others that is localized. But one very important feature of your app should be in terms of affordability. You also didn't state, you know, how you mentioned the amounts clearly, but when you compare that to others who you also mentioned, how well are you doing in terms of pricing? Because at the end of the day, it's one of the clear you know, key areas or determinant of how people come onto your platform. Okay, for Jones Wood, it will appear just like our judge online said, it will appear that it's more of an advertising campaign than, because you have it all, more or less. And then 3 million naira, what will it do to Jones Wood? Because you also have been in the market, your products are out there, you're selling, the revenues are going up. So what typically would 3 million naira do in that business? That is what I've not been able to reconcile. But in all also, it just gets better. But the most important thing is that as young people, we are thinking. And that is what the country needs at this time. People who are thinking, who are coming forward with solutions. Clearly in this room, you all have solutions to one need or the other. It's just to, you know, fine-tune them, look at the numbers well, I mean, to be able to get people to invest in your product. So well done, everyone.
Okay, quite impressive set of presentation again. And my colleague just said, it's encouraging seeing young people pitching in businesses in manufacturing, in education, and in healthcare. So, well done to all of you. Even if you don't win today, you're already a winner by what you're doing. So keep it up. Nato Cares, I don't know if you're a medical doctor, but that wasn't clear in your presentation. But my advice to you is that you have a good product, but you're probably selling it to the wrong people. I think the people you should be selling it to should be, you should partner with hospitals so that hospitals can, as a means of informing people who have been enrolled in their Nato Cares, can sell that service, your service, to their customers, and then they pay you. You can partner with local governments or government agencies to sell your product, that you sell it to them and then they now distribute it. You can also partner with NGOs. I think that would be the advice that I give you. It's a good product as well. Selling natal care information. It's just that also, if you're a medical doctor, then we'll know that it's coming from a place of a professional, or if you're not, then maybe you have a team of medical doctors who validates the information you are sharing. So that's important. For Cadsole and Joneswood, well done for very into manufacturing. That business is bound to grow. People will always wear shoes, and people will always like to have furnitures in their home. So it's a good one you're doing there. And your pitches are quite clear as well and compelling. For Joneswood, you were clear about what you wanted it to do. I think your business has gone to the level of success so much that what you said, one of the things you said you wanted to do with the 3 million was to train 5 people, and I think you at the stage of giving back. You've done so much well that you are now even thinking of giving back. So well done on that. Cadsole, I like it when people use a personal problem, and then bring a solution to the world. So your size, obviously, you had to now start selling shoes, and you were quite confident in your presentation as well. So well done with that. For Scoops and STEM-mates, both of my parents are teachers, so I'm always sold on education. I think that's one of the solutions for our economy. So well done that you are in a field that brings hope to our future in Nigeria in the midst of all the hopelessness. What we didn't see so well, especially in STEMs, is the profit margins for a business to invest in you. So, apart from the fact that I'm sentimentally attached to it, I also want to make some returns on my investment. So, appeal to the sentimental side, but also appeal to the value add or return side as well. So, same goes for Scoops. You were clear about your market, target market, and I think you're doing a good job in that regard. So I wish all of you the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We want to hear from Richmond Okafor. Hello, sir.
Okay, I'm here. All right, I think I was quite pleased with all the presentations I heard in this round, in the sense that they all have a crystal clear social impact that is immediate, fundamental to our requirements, and addressing specific developmental challenges that we have. So I think This is brilliant and very positive for the circumstance that we are in Nigeria. In terms of specifics, I just made a couple of notes, and I would like to share it with the promoters. So Joneswood, clearly you guys are doing great stuff to have won all of those awards, and your designs look very beautiful. Kudos to you. I was just wondering about your apprenticeship scheme. Rather your training scheme. I'm thinking that perhaps you want to think of it more as an apprenticeship scheme, in which case you shouldn't be spending money. You should actually look at it as some revenue stream, potential revenue stream, whilst creating the manpower that you can immediately apply to your creativity, as well as providing the manpower or the industry as well, which is significant in terms of social impact. So I just wanted to suggest that you may focus a bit more, on, don't look at it as a training per se, look at it as an apprenticeship scheme, which involves some classroom work, some hands-on, and perhaps some internship. Perhaps you're already doing this, but I'm just giving you a feedback on the brief introduction or the brief presentation you made. Capsule shoes. I'm also very pleased, and it was great to see that you're looking at working with Shoe Zone in the UK. I am one of those who's convinced that as the Naira depreciates in areas where Nigeria is acquiring a certain proficiency, like in making shoes and all of that, where we have the necessary high quality materials, our leather is sought after, and animal hides are highly sought after. I think there is huge potential if we do things correctly, and I think you're on the right track. What I'd like to say is that there will be significant opportunity opening up in those areas, because as our Naira continues to go downhill, it will be major in terms of the value that we will bring to others in the global market. Nato Cares. I'm so happy with what you're promoting, because I think that the mortality rate for children and maternal mortality is significant, and it is troubling. And the worst of Nigeria, it can be found in our health sector and health services, and specifically in the mother and child death circumstances. So I would like to contradict slightly the other panelists in terms of the value that what you're doing can bring. I do believe that sometimes all that is required to save a life is access to basic information. And when I say basic, I mean the fact that you know that at a certain body temperature, you need to see a doctor, or you need to check your blood pressure. These are 2 lines of an information detail that a phone message can carry. All that is required to save life can sometimes be that basic, So if your proposition is to address some of these challenges, I think there's potential. However, I would also like you to consider third-party intervention in terms of sponsorship and payments, because 100 Naira at the bottom of the pyramid is a significant amount of money. You understand? But if you have somebody who is branding those bags in their corporate name, or a message that is sponsored by a certain corporate body, the outlay for the corporate body won't be that significant, considering that you're willing to charge, a 50 or 100 naira per message or per bag or whatever. So I would like you to consider third-party intervention in terms of funding. You can include that as a part of your business.
I hope we've not lost you, Richmond. Well, I'm not too sure. The network. Okay. Are you still on, sir?
Considering the numbers and the extent of
Well, I think the network connection is bad between Nigeria and America. Okay, Richmond.
Yes,
we couldn't hear you in the last 3 minutes or so. I don't know. Can you hear us? Well, I think we need to make progress when he comes back. Maybe while commenting on the last batch, he may want to put in one or two of the things he left out. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're almost there. We'll be listening to the last set of entrepreneurs that want to pitch for startups. And there will be 4 of them, just like we have listened to the previous people. This last will be 4 only. 4 only. All right. The first person we want to listen to will join us online from Abuja. Technical team, please. And she is the prime mover of Sunshine Series. Sunshine Series. Aisha Abdullahi Buba. Aisha, are you on there?
Please, can you enable share so I can share my screen from here?
You want to share your screen from there? I hope it's okay.
Yes, it's here. So once you enable, I'll put it up.
Just 2 seconds.
All right.
before the question.
Yeah, but we still need.
Okay, I'm connected now. I'm so sorry.
Okay, while we try to sort Aisha out, let Richmond conclude his feedback.
If you're moved on, that's fine.
Okay, go on, sir.
Otherwise, I'm not sure where I left off.
I think you are speaking to the Nato Care. You're talking about exploring possibilities of maybe partnership or co-branding with some whatever. That's where we lost you. Hello, sir.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Well. So really, I'm very pleased with the Nato Cares. Required to make part, Then finally for Cooks, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking. Yeah. And STEM meets. Cooks, I think you hit a jackpot with the with the branding suggestion that you made with Keystone Future account holders. And I think it underscores the potential, you know, and the importance of your business model. What you're trying to do could be impactful, is required, but usually what undermines it is the costs that are required, you know, for these things to happen. So if you bring creativity to your revenue model, then what you're offering is immense in terms of value. And I think the way you went about the Keystone Future account holders being offered the opportunity to get onto the EduTech portal, either at a discount or wholly paid for, is immense and valid. STEM mates, great ideas you have, and I can see you've already picked up significant traction and you have significant collaborations. I would also like you to think of, you know, creative approaches, because our environment is challenged in so many ways now. Think of creative approaches of how you can permit those who don't have the kind of resources required to sign up to your portal to also access the value that you bring. You know, so I'm asking you to also be creative in how you your business model, you know, so that even children who can afford to pay what's necessary can also enjoy the value you bring. So that's all I have to say, but overall, very pleased with what I heard.
Thank you so very much. Let's appreciate Richmond. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sure the presenters would have learned so much to add to what they have done. Like I always put this caveat, these feedbacks are not your scorecards. You know, for you to have a feedback, it means you have communicated. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Yes, if you didn't communicate, nobody will know what to say.
Yeah.
So they're trying to help you build on what you have done. And I think you should be glad for that. Let's appreciate it once more. Okay, we are going to listen to the first person that will be presenting for the last batch, and she is the promoter of Sunshine Series, Aisha Abdullahi Boba. Let's jam our hands together. Aisha, you got the floor. She is joining us online from Abuja.
Good day. My name is Aisha Boba. I'm a psychologist and the founder of a mental health company called the Sunshine Series, based in Abuja. And our main vision...
Go ahead, we're listening, Aisha.
Our vision is to create a world where every individual can thrive and live a fulfilling life. And we do this by providing culturally sensitive therapy, trainings, and wellness programs for Africans. Our core team consists of 2 psychologists, an admin personnel, and an account officer, along with over 30 volunteer remote counselors who work with us on our social impact projects towards the narrative on mental health in Africa. Do you know that every 40 seconds, someone in the world dies by suicide? And unfortunately, 77% of these deaths are from low and middle income countries like Nigeria. Nigeria, a country with over 215 million people, has only about 250 psychiatrists and 8 federal neuropsychiatric hospitals, which means that the majority of the population has to travel long distance to access basic mental health care. This is scary. And the COVID-19 pandemic, the high rise in insecurity currently and poverty definitely significantly worsens our mental health. Since commencing our operations in 2020, we've been able to achieve some milestones in bridging this access to care gap. We have reached over 10,000 people with educational materials on enhancing their mental well-being. We have been able to collaborate with the federal government to set up the first mental health helpline in the country on the national emergency number 112, which is currently piloting in the FCT. We have trained over 200 people in mental health courses, provided over 500 clients with virtual therapy sessions. To expand our services, we want to set up a web-based learning platform like Coursera and Future Learn, but for mental health courses, specifically targeting the African context. We also want to scale our teletherapy plans to cover other Africans around the world, especially those who have migrated and cannot afford to access therapy wherever they are. We also want to produce more of our wellness journals, like our gratitude journals for kids and adults. Our business model has social impact, like what we do with our helpline, and our services are multiculturally sensitive, accessible and affordable, and we are targeting Africans, young people, organizations, children, humanitarian aid workers working in Africa, and HR personnel. And our revenue involves generating income from online courses, certification, and then the subscription to our teletherapy plans and sales of our journals. Our competitors are able to offer some of our services singularly, but our own service is more robust and holistic with a social impact touch to it. For the KSA 3 million naira grant, we are asking for the amount to pay for an office space, which will cost 2.5 million naira, and then set up one therapy room with the amount. This will enable our team to be able to work from a conducive and safe environment, and also provide a confidential space for us to reach more clientele. Sometimes we lose out on clients because we do not have the safe space to be able to accommodate walk-in clients and also provide our virtual therapy sessions. This is what this grant will be able to help us achieve. Mental health, everyone has, and caring for it is a priority that is non-negotiable. And that is what the Sunshine Series is aiming to do, making it more accessible for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Aisha. Thank you so very much. That came across very clearly. Thank you. Aisha, you will just sit back and wait until the last person presents, then you get feedback from the judges. Thank you so very much. Let's appreciate her one more time. The next person that will be speaking to us is the promoter of We Sabi, Sani Ifedadakpo. Thank you. We Sabi.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. So if you called 5 of your friends randomly right now and asked them if they have a problem with workmen, plumbing, carpentry in their house, I can assure you, if not all of them would tell you yes, at least 5 of them would say yes. They'll be affirmative to that. And this is exactly what birthed the idea of We Sabi back in 2016 in Abuja, when I moved to a new apartment. I mean, there was just this phrase I kept hearing from artisans, Oga Ide Road, but nobody showed up. So that is why we actually created We Sabi. We Sabi is a smart way to actually find skilled workmen in the blue-collar sector, like plumbers, electricians, carpenters, and their likes. So we didn't want to create a directory service. We wanted something more intentional. So we created an on-demand service where you can actually request for these particular services via a mobile app, via a website, via WhatsApp, even via phone calls. Okay. Since our launch date, since 2017, we've processed over 70,000 jobs on our platform. Last quarter, we actually completed 1,256 jobs and engaging more than 300 artisans via our platform. We've been tweaking our business model, since our launch time, since our launch date, and because we actually started with taking a referral bonus from artisans. So for every completed job, we get a commission for that. But then we started getting lots of corporate organizations as our clients too. So we needed to improve the effective customer satisfaction. And we started retaining some of these artisans. Then along the way, we found out that there were lots of money that were missing out on the material, the material that these people used to complete the jobs. So we started getting into that also and started making money from that. So in the next 3 months, what we want to do is, one, improve our quality assurance from all these artisans that are providing services. Secondly, improve the material side that we just got it into and set up a one-stop merchandise store. And we are actually in 2 cities right now, Lagos and Abuja. We are already setting up in Abeokuta, and this is part of the things that we also want to be doing in the next 3 months of ours. Thank you.
We Sabi, this is very important to me because at times even to get electricians to fix my stuff becomes difficult. And then when you said we Sabi, I thought about one other Sabi men. Is that not what they call them? When I was in Abuja, Sabi men will help you fix your DSTV or something like that. Let's appreciate we Sabi. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. When it starts, you think it will not end. We are going to listen to yet another entrepreneur, Keystone Gates, Shadrach Akpan. Shadrach Akpan. Thank you, Shadrach. Just step up.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shadrach Akpan. I'm the founder and CEO of Keystone Gates. I'm also here to announce to everybody in this room that we have a very big problem ahead of us. Now, the epileptic power supply in Nigeria has made millions of Nigerians to depend on generator sets as an alternative for power, and this is contributing to global warming heavily. You see, the Secretary General of United Nations has warned. He says humanity is waging war against nature and is suicidal. Funniest part is that nature will always fight back, and is already fighting back with climate change and flooding. Come on, we are losing 9 million lives every year due to pollution. The biodiversity is collapsing. And the most painful part of it is that human actions are behind all of this. But what gladdens my heart more is that human actions can also help to correct this. Now, what is the solution? I have one more bad news before I go forward. We have just 10 years to act before these damages become irreversible. What's that solution? Very simple. We just need to think like a spider. And that's what we'll be doing with our MVP. So over the last 3 years, we've been providing solar energy solutions to households and businesses across Nigeria. So we install solar panels, batteries, inverters, but we do it manually. And as you can see, we've generated revenues in the last 3 years. We've also hit some major milestones, including securing funds from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Netherlands, and we did that last year. But now, in rendering these services in the last 3 years, we've seen some opportunities that most solar companies, they don't see. What's that opportunity? Urban dwellers are now migrating to rural areas. So it means there's more need for power. Yeah, and if you look at this market, it's valued at $24.7 billion. We came up with a solution that will help us capture just 4% of this market in 10 years. What's that solution? We came up with a smart solar energy box. This box does everything that all other solar companies would do. But what it does differently is it reduces the cost of solar energy in Nigeria by 25%. It also comes with a mobile app that helps customers to make payment online, request for quote, or even request for maintenance. And trust me, we've spoken to over 5,000 customers in Nigeria, and we have 1,000 customers that are ready to buy these boxes from us immediately we launch. And this is what this box will look like. We're not done with the 3D modeling. And then they come in 2 variants. We have the one of 370K, we have the one of 700,000 naira. And then this is our financial projection for the next 5 years for this box. And our target market, of course, and our marketing strategy. So yeah, the 3 million naira grant from Keystone Bank will be used for market expansion and customer acquisition. These are the 5 our milestones we intend to hit with these boxes. And then on our team, yeah, we have 2 big giants on our advisory board. They've really helped us, and there's no time I could talk about that later. Yeah, we are hitting SG 7, 8, 9, 11, and 13. If I drop the mic, I want to make it clear. We have just 10 years to end this senseless war against nature. If not, these damages will become irreversible. Thank you.
We have just 10 years to end this irreversible. Okay, now. 10 years. 10 years. At least I'm older than most of you. If you don't reverse it, you won't have. Okay. All right. That was a wonderful one. Very brief and direct from Shadrach Akpan. I thought you came with a box, would have also kept it there to be exhibited. You didn't get anyone. Is it very heavy? Okay. The last but not the least that will be speaking to us this day is the promoter of XDC, Oluwatobi Oyetimei. Let's jam our hands as he comes. I'm sure that face mask will disturb your communication. Thank you. Yes.
I can start now. Good evening, everybody. My name is Oluwatobi Oyetimei. I'm the managing director of XDC Manufacturing Company. At XDC, we produce medical equipment, both 3D printed, CNC produced, and precision manufactured. And I've had 11 years experience working in the manufacturing industry. My co-founder is a medical doctor. And in the last 2 years, we have grown from making things like this, which stops inflammation of nose masks, to making things like this, which is actually a COVID treatment valve. And the other one on the floor is also a radiation therapy treatment device. Now, we have moved on, and in our first year of operation, we actually sold ₦1 million worth of this at 200 naira each. And in our second year of operation, we moved to a bigger space and we were able to generate 10 million naira in revenue. So we are a growing company. As at this moment, our major way of meeting our clients is by going to hospitals, speaking with medical advisors. And the next stage for our business is moving beyond meeting our hospitals physically before we can sell our products to them. And up to date, we have made a total of 16 million naira averagely in revenue. Our profit margin, our profit is 8.7 million up to this moment. So what is the future for XDC Manufacturing Company? Like I said, we are a growing business and our customer base is increasing. Up to now, we have sold to about 5,000 unique hospitals, patients, and our aim is to expand into other countries. We started with Lagos only. We have expanded to other states in Nigeria. By next year, our plan is to go to Ghana and Ethiopia. My co-founder is actually currently in Liberia right now, discussing with some research firms. And the next thing is we also go into production of implants, go into production of prosthetic limbs. And our next stage is to have a digital platform where we can meet hospitals from across Africa, where we can actually cater to different people from across the continent. We also do construction robots and we do braille educational toys for people with special needs. And we have also recruited a business growth advisor to ensure that we keep growing. He has 25 years experience working with high growth companies. So we are sure that we are a growing company and we will grow. And the way we do our finances, we reinvest all our profits into the business. And we are asking for 3 million naira in funding for improving our business process and for marketing. What we will do is to link with hospitals through our web platform like I described earlier, so we can reach a large number of hospitals at the same time and receive orders from across Africa. And our estimation is that within the next 24 months, 85,000 naira of monthly adverts, monthly improvements will give us up to about 400 million naira in revenue. And that is why we are here today. Thank you very much, everybody.
Take your samples to the table there. Let's just give it up for him one more time. All right, all right. We want to take feedback from judges, and I think this time we'll start from Richmond Okafor in the United States. Richmond, are you with us? Can you give us a feedback on this last batch of presenters? Thank you.
All right, thank you. Sunshine, you know, I've got to say that I was more shocked with the statistics that you offered, and of course, also wowed by the potential of what you're bringing. I mean, I'm shocked in the sense that there are only 250 psychiatrists in Nigeria, and just 8 psychiatric hospitals. That is troubling and disturbing, given the incidence of mental health challenges and the stigma that our culture, you know, more or less resulting from the culture and our attitude to mental health. So on that premise, I think that the potential for your initiative could be immense. But I also think that you're planning to stretch yourself quite thin. I believe with certainty that in terms of the if you think of the stigma with mental health challenges in our environment, and you think of the growth in the number of people who are challenged mentally, and if you think of the fact that they don't have ready access to solution providers, to psychiatrists, then your initiative to provide this service in a discreet manner and in a cost-effective manner is massive. So I'm wondering, and I'm asking myself, why you think training mental health service providers is a good proposition? Because you know that there will be limitations in terms of what you can deliver, given perhaps the resources that you project that you have. There will be issues with credibility, you know, given the standards around those kind of things. But I can see how you can immediately make an impact, providing mental health support services through a discrete channel in a convenient and a cost-effective manner. That, for me, should be your sole agenda, you know, so to speak. You probably have more information than I do, but, you know, just listening to your presentation and just opposing this against the backdrop of the huge numbers of people who are challenged with mental health problems and the lack of resources and the cultural thing, I am certain that you have your work cut out providing this service in a discreet manner. So I'm excited about what you do, what you're planning to do, and I encourage you to reflect on my suggestion. We Sabi, I learned about We Sabi a few months ago. I mean, perhaps more than a year ago. I happened to encounter them online, and my initial thoughts were that this is a service that is well needed and very well that has potential. You know, given the fact that we need all these service people, we don't know how to access credible ones and all of that. There is a huge opportunity for us to go. I mean, there's a huge opportunity for anyone who provides the portal where we can do this. Now, I'll be honest with you, I barely heard him and I couldn't see the slides. You understand? So all I have to go on is my initial encounter with the brand, and I am curious as to find out why they haven't picked up traction. you know, because when I encountered the brand, and I haven't really encountered them thereafter, you know, so I'm beginning to think that there may be shortcomings with the marketing and the positioning and the targeting and all of that, you know, and I'm hoping that the funds that he seeks will be applied in that area, you know. But in all honesty, I just didn't see anything on his slides when he was talking. With Stone Gates, the solar service and the solar panel provider, solar solution provider. Whilst it's good to attempt to address the global climate change, you've also got to reconcile your proposition with the paucity of funds in our environment. Whilst you were presenting, I was struggling to see whether the value is in modularity, which is what you're really what you're really offering. Is the value in modularity, or is there more potential value creation if you could address the initial layout? Or, you know, maybe I'm pointing you in another direction, but I just don't know whether, you know, having to present the solutions in a modular form, which you have done, which is beautiful, which is brilliant, which is, you know, great for marketing and all of that. But I'm asking myself, would that add to the cost of it? Is that what the market is seeking? Or is the market looking for a bit more in terms of lower initial outlay, or selling it as a service instead of a solution, and all of those things, you know? Let's just take it that I'm thinking out, you know, I'm just trying to think around your solution, you know? But that's my feedback to you. Finally, XDC manufacturing. Of course, I'm happy to learn that somebody is addressing all of these shortcomings that we have in healthcare delivery with creative and innovative solutions. And, you know, I can only say kudos to you guys. And I can see that you already have significant traction, which you demonstrated with the printing of the face masks during COVID. I hope that you can do a whole lot in terms of prosthetics, because, you know, there's a lot to achieve when you see people who require this thing not having access to them. You know, it's quite heartbreaking. So I'm excited about what you guys are trying to do. So that's my feedback, really. But overall, I've got to say that all of the things that have been presented today have been fantastic. I've just chosen to give feedback based on the gaps or potential for improvement that I perceive. And I hope you can take that in good light. Thank you.
Thank you. Richmond, please check your WhatsApp, and please let's have your response. Check your WhatsApp. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Quadri.
Okay. Again, well done to all the presenters, and particularly this last set of presenters again. You know, I feel privileged being in this gathering, because I've had some kind of reassurance on my doubts about Nigeria before. If I've been wallowing in that, you know, we've been wallowing in many things lately in Nigeria. But to have people, young Nigerians. Also, I'm wondering if the organizers had a age. Tina, you had a age bracket for this set of entrepreneurs, right? No, okay.
It was thrown open.
But I've seen more young people, and I'm impressed. Seriously, I'm impressed. to have young people thinking about mental health, to have young people thinking about manufacturing of health products, to have young people thinking about our climate danger that we're all facing. So any one of you that wins the 3 million, you're deserving it, sincerely. Now, for Sunshine Series, the judge from America was talking about your selling the service discreetly. Okay, now, I need us to be bold about this mental health issue. Everybody, there's nobody that I've met that I don't think has one aspect, no matter how small of it, of mental health attention. That's the truth. So we all have, it's either we go for therapy or we self-therapy. We talk to ourselves. So we are all patients for mental health. We potentially, and I'm glad, because in Keystone Bank, this year, we brought mental health to the forefront, and we spoke about it openly. And people came to talk to us. They talked to bosses. They talked to subordinates as well. So it's a thing that it has, maybe they didn't diagnose in the time past. That was why it was a taboo. But now, it's something that is right before our eyes. It's a service that is desperately required. So, for Aisha, please don't stop doing what you're saying. You are selling visual therapy. It's a product that will sell. You are selling mental health courses and treatments. It's a product that will sell. And there is chronic shortage in Nigeria, and that's a compelling business case for you. So what I think you need, what I would have loved to see in your presentation are the route to a huge revenue and profitability. That wasn't too clear in your presentation. But that the market is there, that people will pay for it. I'll gladly pay for a mental health therapy. People will pay for it. Do you understand? And people want to be mentally sound. People want to go around feeling better day by day with themselves. So it's something that you should continue to grow. In terms of viability, in terms of the potential, it is huge. I can score you 5 on those ones easily. Now, for SDC, also it's good that you are already thinking of manufacturing prostate limbs that you presented, and you've done so well with the COVID mask in Nigeria. Locally, you manufactured these things, and then you are now putting some innovations on it. So, well done to that. Your numbers are quite impressive, and I think also that beyond this program, you should also reach out to investors, because I think it's an investable business that you are doing, and just keep on doing that. For Wheatstone, like my colleague, my fellow judge from America said, you're selling modular. What you're proposing is modular solutions, but I think along with that, I do hope that you have not given up on the fact that some people do need or would pay for a full power solution in their homes, alternative power solutions in their homes. So that's also a big market as well, and it's not actually small, and it's not in any way inferior or in any way less profitable than the modular solutions that you are presenting. With Sabi, your business, traction of your business can be very, very difficult. So I'm glad when you were saying that you were going to invest the winning money in quality assurance. I I think that's what you said. And I think that's the business, that's the key to having traction in this line of business that you have, because we do have, those artisans do have a mind of their own, and they need something to correct them. So your quality assurance will be a kind of mental health session for your artisan, so to say. And then kudos to you for being able to go about your presentation despite the IT itches. I saw Chooks trying to berate the IT guy for trying to mess up your presentation, but well done again to all of you entrepreneurs. I didn't have the boldness at your stage to be an entrepreneur. I only grew the boldness to be an entrepreneur after I've accumulated some savings. So for you guys who are going about it as if just the way you are going about, kudos, and you have my maximum respect. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Itayo. And then for all the entrepreneurs, you are all winners, like we have said before, irrespective of who goes with that. I'll make it very short because a few of those things have been handled. But for Aisha, for me it is interesting because I'm also a psychologist, a professional psychologist, you will say, and a banker. All right, and that is one area where, a lot of work needs to be done. A lot of work needs to be done. Okay, is an area in clinical psychology where, but now the need is a lot higher than what it was before. All right? So, what you have presented, Aisha, will appear to be more of an awareness, thing that you want to do. Because clearly, how you will make money, we did not see that anywhere. And then you wanted to do tests for people. And like Richmond said, it's an area where there is a lot of stigma. The attitude is people think everything is okay with them, that there's nothing wrong with them. So to ask them to come and take a test and pay for it, they probably don't see it as something that should be in the front burner. But then I would like for you to look at two areas, because it's also an area that is certified. A lot of certification is required to deal with human beings there. So unless you also have that, there's a limit to where you can go. Number one, a lot of organizations where you can make money, that's what I'm saying now, you might want to look at that. A lot of organizations have a recruitment process that does not include psychological evaluation. And it is very important. People are coming with all manner of mental health issues into the workplace, and it's a major area for organizations. People are acting anyhow in the office. So I will say work with organizations where you can actually charge for these services. To say before you hire anybody, maybe at certain levels, that person should take a personality test, to take a psychological evaluation, and you lead the team of experts, because they have to be experts to do that. And then you also will need to be getting a lot of certifications to be able to achieve that. So I think that's an area you want to look at. Or you have a clinic, like a therapy clinic, for instance, where people can come in discreetly, all right, and have those sessions with you, and they pay for it. People are willing to pay for that now. So that is it for Aisha and Sunshine. For the last pitch, I also believe a lot of good things there, innovative, clearly. But I also think that 3 million naira, all right, in terms of all the things you have listed that you have done and you will do, I don't know how much 3 million naira can do in that. You might also want to streamline to one item or the other, or a niche. All right, have a niche for yourself there. If it's going to be prosthetics, yes. If it's going to be braille toys, yes. So that way, there's a focus, and then you can look at your numbers coming from there. With Sabi, I think it's an intermediation thing that you're doing. It's a service that you render. When I hear maintenance places, and I'm like, are you not supposed to be between those who have the skill and those who are looking for the skill? And for that one, you get paid, and you just move on. All right, so I didn't see any need for that 3 million and what it was going to do. That was not properly. The same thing for solar, the solar, that is regular business. I also did not see what the 3 million naira would do. Customer acquisition You can do that without, you can do even referrals from those you have done before. And clearly those things are paid for ab initio. So there was no need that was identified in that presentation to say this is the need we are trying to, the gap we are trying to fill, or the need we are trying to meet. But in all, like I said, you all are winners. And for me, even though it has been a long day, but it has been a very inspiring session for me, because it took a lot for you guys to get here. Out of the 1,000, first of all, the 300, that means that you have something. So just for us to refine some of those things, you understand, and be able to make them, I'll be glad to, to probably come to one of your institutions one day and say, oh, well, you guys have done excellently well. Well done, everyone.
Okay, thank you. So just to wrap up, since we're at the tail end of everything, starting with Sunshine series, I think good presentation. Everyone has said it's an important service. You just need to look at the scalability of your services. So just like Glarot selling her time, looking at your business model, if you're going with services, then you'll be giving out your time. And should you get a huge, I know currently you use volunteers for your helpline, but if there's a huge upsurge of potential patients, how are you going to meet that need? That's something you need to look at. Also, customer segmentation. My fellow judges have also spoken about the possibility of B2B business models. So you might look at employers, you might look at churches and religious organizations that do counseling. You can partner with them. Law enforcement agencies, that need to do psychometric testing and all that. That would also be helpful. Then also looking at they also spoke about projection, your numbers. So it would have been interesting to see your revenue projections and how profitable the business can be. Then for Sabi, again, sorry about the hitch with your slides. When you were speaking, though, it would have been good to, I don't know if there was a silent competition. So how are people currently meeting these needs, apart from word of mouth, referrals? So what's the competition and how are you differentiated? Also, when we were speaking, you spoke about some of the expansion plans you had. You said you had a new service line that you wanted to implement, and in the materials line. So that didn't really come out. That might have answered some of the questions that the judges had about what are you going to use the money for. For Wheatstone Gates, again, solid business, but differentiation didn't really come out. So how are you different from the other people that are also working in this energy sector? Then your go-to-market strategy. You mentioned that you want to capture 4% of the market in 10 years, but it wasn't clear exactly your short-term, medium-term, and long-term plan for achieving that. Then finally, XDC. Okay, so it would have been nice to see your revenue projections vis-a-vis the ask. So meaning after you get the 3 million and you sink it into the business, what was the expected turnover? And yeah, okay, so those are my thoughts. Good luck to everyone. I think we're at the end of it, but it's been a pleasure working with you, getting to know your businesses, and I wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Now, I said to you today that we will not only announce the result, we will also make the presentation in this auditorium. But I need to let you know, because right now, the judges are collating their marks. I don't have the result here. But I need to let you know so that nobody just feels that, it is from today's feedback that I didn't make it. This is a continuous assessment. And we have collated all your performances in your previous interfaces. And what you have scored today will be added to what you have made before. And then from there, the average and the winner will be decided. So if you think you didn't have enough time to express yourself today, don't worry. You have always had time to show what you want to do before today. And there is nobody here that is from the academically disadvantaged state. So the score is fair and square, level playing ground. Are you there? So the DJ will just let you relax and have our chops while they collate this result, and I'll be back to tell you more. Thank you so very much. You can bugao in advance.
You have it all to unlock your business potentials. Open a GrowBiz account and receive business and financial advisory to give your business the edge to always succeed in the marketplace. Enjoy the free access to the MSME Academy, which helps your capacity to grow your business. Business loans with attractive interest rates.
Hi
to
guys.
fund your business with ease. Maintaining your
Please,
GrowBiz
sorry,
account
we don't
comes at
eat here.
no cost at all. You have the business
So
and
you can
our
just have your
support.
drinks
Sign
here and
on
just
to the
go there
GrowBiz
to have
account
food.
on
But don't eat here, please.
KeystoneBankNG.com.
Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot that. You might just drink your water, that's allowed, but for any other thing that might want to bring rats into this place, we will not permit it for now. So that's why we packaged it. Okay, as they are collating this result, I want to just take a few of your concerns, and then it will be addressed. He was just telling me, hey, sorry, they will want a platform where they can always interface with the bank in terms of all this kind of whatever. And I said, you already have, maybe before we leave, we'll let them know all our handles, both the Instagram, whatever. You understand me? And then for the ladies, the pink account and all that, we'll let you know how. We don't want to end it. We're not ending a relationship. And you see, if I must add, there was something one of the judges said about like the regular business, you know. Somebody here said something that just looked generic to me. That is not the essence of what we are doing. If you are doing business and you need an overdraft, we already have a product for that, you know, to support working capital. We already have a product for that. But if it's a startup that will give you an advantage, that is what we are looking at today. Okay? So while they are collecting the mark, just feel free. We want to hear some of you. How do you feel about today?
Today has been very good. I'm happiest because of three major things. First of all, I was able to meet other entrepreneurs in person. We have all interacted online, but nothing beats meeting somebody. E-meeting is one thing, but nothing beats meeting people. That's number one. Number two, the analysis of the panelists, the judges, have been so... the only thing that has been coming to my mind is how can I get a playback of the feedback I got so that I can go back and analyze and use it for... I honestly wish we can get that so that at least we can know these areas that they have identified and see how that can help us moving forward, help me moving forward. That's my second feedback. The third has been the opportunity of this level of access, and especially with what it's saying, so that we can further it. It's a huge thing to be able to get into the headquarters of any business in the whole world. Now we got this far, and we were able to interact with this level of personnel. It will be very, very good, as it is a huge jump for any organization such as us that are startups. So we would really, really love to be able to further this relationship in such a way that, okay, it can really be the advantage that it stands for.
I know Israel will want to respond to that. This thing is being recorded, and I'm sure at some point you upload it in your YouTube channel. You'll be able to get at least 70% of the feedbacks through some sources today. You saw the videographers and the rest of it. So I'm sure somehow we'll be able, our corporate communications and marketing department would give you a link to where you can hear these things. He's saying, how can I get to hear this thing all over so that I can use it to improve my business? And I think you're equal to that task. That's our head of corporate communications and marketing. Sorry, let's appreciate her. Yes. Madam, you want to say something? Okay.
Okay, thank you for this great opportunity and also a very vibrant learning session, the one-on-one feedbacks, and I want to say thank you to Madam Glory Eyinaya. My feedback for today will be, I want to know what area, what industry is Keystone Bank interested in? So being a financial institution, maybe they might be attractive to fintech companies. So at the end of the day, maybe if I'm not selected, I would like to know what industry really attracts them. Thank you.
You don't need to go far to want to know. When we say startups, we didn't say startups in fintech or startups in manufacturing. So it's clear. We want to see how we can incubate people who want to do something different in the existing medium and scale whatever industry. So it is not where we are interested in. It is where we have the money to give, but want to give it to a worthy venture. As a matter of fact, if you came here and you say you convinced us that if we give you this 3 million, that you will be a good, what they call it, those people that dance naked in the clubs, and then it will lead to development, we'll give you. So it's not, we know our risk acceptance criteria, but this is not strictly risk management. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. My name is Adeshino, and I want to appreciate the bank for this event.
When you're ready, let me know.
So before now, the psychology and what people say is bank is just come and open account. But we are seeing that the bank is taking a different dimension, actually supporting field agents like us to merge the gap between the financial powers and the actual solutions that speaks to human problems. So for that, I want to say thank you to our anchor. She has been wonderful. She's energetic. Thank you for all you do. We are still hoping, like I said last night, that I don't say goodbyes because we have to keep to continue the communication. And I want to still re-emphasize to what I told our moderator earlier on, because I know how projects work. Project is a short-term endeavor that is to achieve a goal. So I want to believe a goal has been achieved today. But beyond that, let us see how we can have other projects. We have people in fintech, we have people in agriculture, we have people in manufacturing. This might even be what the bank wants to look on as a give back to the society. These are already ambassadors. And we can come in to also be part of a team. We might not lead the team, but with what we have been doing out there, we can put in some form of advisory, which is just like the real field data rather than just looking or working with projection. So I will still say beyond the Instagram and the websites, let's have, since this is a cohort, let this cohort of 19 team be held and let us be known for what we do. And like Madam said that she would like to see our business, we are located in Port Harcourt. So anytime you are around, you can feel free to give me a call. We invite you to the office, you see what we do, so that with that you can have a synergy. 4 minutes is very small. Some of us were stumbling on our words because of the time and everything, but everybody has a solution. And I believe the bank also can go to the next level above the other banks, because the notion is still come and open accounts. And a lot of people have it out there that the bank has nothing to offer for me to collect my money and open an account. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I want to just let you know something. Our payoff line is we grow together. Okay? We grow together. And you see, what we do, what we're trying to do in this bank is try to get some bespoke products to address very serious issues, right? About last 2 weeks or thereabout, we went to, that is just only Keystone Bank that has what we call Oga account. And you say, what is Oga account? You find that it was born out of somebody's experience, some people's experience. I'm an Igbo man. And those of us, what you are doing now, what is known to the Igbo man is trading. And then you're incapacitated to train a child through the university. You send him, go to Choco Boy and learn how to trade. And he gets there, it's a 7-year thing normally. You serve, you do everything. They call it Eba Boy. When he gets to settling him, you know, I wish Anayo was here. Anayo gave us an experience, his cousin. After serving, the 7th year that he should be settled, the master said he went for a party and came back late. They didn't settle him. But we looked at it and said, what could lead to people not doing this? You know, at times, when you don't have, instead of saying you don't have, you will look for an excuse. So the Oga account is now trying to address that issue of not having when you should settle. So the master begins to save for that time that will mature. You can imagine if you're saving 200,000 annually, by the time the guy is leaving you in 7 years, you already have 1.4 million. But if you tell us, so, but take this one, at all, 9 bad pass. Do you understand? And we made it in such a way that it will be attractive, that it will earn you something higher than the normal interest rate. And then everybody's scrambling now. So when you go home, tell them, if even those your staff now, maybe you don't have what they call it, you don't have a scheme, the pension scheme. You might think of like when this guy wants to leave, I don't want just say leave, a call us who will help you keep that money tighten, you know, go leak. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, and then the next thing you say that the 19 of you, it is for you. This is like a season. We won't stop. Sustainability is part of our watchword. Perhaps tomorrow, him or him may come together and say, look, that thing I learned from you, I want to partner with the bank. And we'll see how we can do it together. So we'll now have a season 2. You guys, if I give yourselves a round of applause, I said 300 and you're just 19 here. Madam, you did a good job. You know, anybody here you have won, just carry your shoulder. Buga. You know what I'm saying? So we won't forget you. I like that word, ambassador. So you're already our ambassadors. And I assure you, I think I travel more than everybody here. Because my job is to pursue debtors. Yes, I'm in charge of debt recovery in this bank. So I go, in fact, I was in Port Harcourt last week. I went to see one man near your office. So next time I will come, even those owing you, I'll tell you how to recover the money. That is why we do what? Grow together. Thank you. She's been raising her hand. Let me get to the back.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you very much to the bank and my cohort. Firstly, that Keystone actually selected a few of my brothers and sisters in the education sector, I think is a big deal. We know most of our banks are interested in fashion show and music and food. So the fact that we had such a cohort that had at least 3 or 4 people in the education sector, I think is fantastic. And I think, as you know, there's a huge market in education. We hosted an event just 3 weekends ago, and we had 11,000 children registered. Another 300 schools. So I would say that, the interest in education, and particularly science, technology, and engineering and math education, is key. So we're hoping that it's not just open bank, as you've said, that education is, there's a social need, and there's also a hunger to learn, and there is money to be made there. So thank you very much for engaging those of us in the education sector. It's much appreciated.
Thank you very much. You see, one thing we want to let you know without sounding or being immodest is that this is one bank that supports education very seriously. If we have time, we'll tell you part of our volunteer, our volunteer schemes that we do, we normally have this bias. We have libraries in this Lagos by Keystone Bank. We have donated books, we have built libraries in schools, and it's not a political statement. I mean, if you go to our website, you say it. And why do we do this? If you don't educate people, you're building banditry, you're building kidnappers, and so on and so forth. I'm here today, the greatest investment my father, by the time I can tell you this, since my father passed over 10, 15 years ago, we've not been to the houses in Benue where we were born. Because we are too busy. To be honest with you, we are too busy in the family. Those who know my family will tell you that. All we did was put a caretaker there. Anything he remits, we use it to support my father's foundation. But you can imagine if we're not educated, maybe you meet me in police station fighting with my brother over daddy's assets. You understand what I'm trying to say? So we are looking futuristic. We don't want anybody. That's why this bank will always support education. I'm not speaking... I don't want to reveal something, but I know you had a discussion with me. They want to revamp that future account in such a way that every child born in Nigeria will look forward to having an account with us. And you know what that's going to do for you in that sector. So if they have it and we link it to whatever offering you have, I mean, we are tired of all these home lesson teachers that might come and even molest our children. So that's why I'm so impressed with some of the things I heard here today. So if there is a way my own child can be home and get the learning without one uncle that will come and say, sit here. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. We love you, education people. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. We've not come to this midpoint. Yes. Fuel credit. I need credit too. For my fuel don't reduce. Sita, do you want to say something?
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Keystone. I was a reluctant convert. You know, I had issues applying. The portal was giving me all manner of issues, but I was making, I made good use of the window of opportunity. I mean, you left some. So I think I did back and forth to emails. So I felt, so I just signed off. I got uninterested. So, and there's a lady, I was thinking I was going to meet her, Stella. Somebody called me and she mentioned, she called her name Stella. I don't know whether she was working Clues, but I think it was, she was in Keystone. Oh, she worked in Keystone. So, fantastic. Right, so I was thinking I'm going to meet that person today. So, she gave a call after the opening ceremony. I missed the opening ceremony between the emails, signed, I saw Cleos, and those are the things I suggest that we should harmonize to. The communication to, as you are onboarding the entrepreneurs to be, the participants, I think we need to work on almost throughout, and it's a positive feedback. The quality of your output, the Cleos material, and the engagement very enriching, but in terms of communication, right from the start, is something that I might need to pay under attention. So Stella called me, and I said, I'm on the street, because as a matter of fact, I'm on the street, that I don't have time to be going somewhere. That the time I was working from my sitting room, those times are past. Now, I have an office, and a bill is running in Ikeja. I don't have time. No, she now said to me, but why don't you just sign on and devote maybe between 2 to 4 hours per week? So she broke it down to me, and I said, okay, let me give it an attempt. Even though I attended a seed accelerator program last year called Founder Institute. You know, first session, I've met Glory with all the introduction, and blah, 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 and the quality of the resource. Oh, okay, I felt now we're in for something. And of course, the network, the everything, the program has been a bang. And I want to appreciate Keystone and Cleos for stepping out to run a vision. You know, my desire is this, and our plea is this. I wish Keystone should open the flank to admit more ideas. I've listened to my other cohorts' ideas and businesses today. I'm particularly humbled. Anybody, I said if I were to be a judge, I don't know who to give the money to. So I don't admire them. So I came here, fintech, but listening to all the presenters, wow, amazing. The plea we can do to Keystone is to nurture the business. If we miss 3 people, who does not deserve this 3 million out of all the ideas that we're listening to here? Is it with Sabi? Is it Damilola with her presentation? Is it the STEM lady? Everybody. Is it the chalk guy? You know, I came here with a lot of hair around that is fintech, with them. When I listen to other people, I say, Shallah, be humble. You know, I'm impressed. Anybody that wins, you know, beautiful, beautiful. We can only play with Keystone to beyond this competition. Can we turn this? If I have money, I will put put money in the shoe lady, I'll put money in chalk, I'll put money in farm to Bele and everything. And that's the attitude. We lose money in all these people, Ponzi, MMM, and blah, blah, blah. So why we not? Let's invest into ourselves. Whether it is 500,000, 200,000 here and there. So fantastic program. And the only concern I have is that, can we make this more like, we felt the 4 minutes is too little. And each presenter should have been given, even if it's another 2-3 minutes to respond to, because some of the issues that are being raised were actually no issues. For example, the gentleman that spoke from America, we are already developing the user journey for corporate, and there's a pin, there's another thing that I think that the other judge mentioned something about the GSM number. That thing leaves the interface immediately the attendant, and there's a pin related. So some of the issues, so I feel that the presenters or the entrepreneurs should be given at least 2-3 minutes. Yes, I know it's stressful, you want to rush on time. The day we want to come, whether it's going to be more like a retreat, let it be a time that we can talk about it and make it a business. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, Keystone Bank. Thank you so much to our amazing coach, Coach Glory Inaya, for taking your time to actually take care of us and actually understand our businesses. You actually spoke to us like you are involved in these businesses, and some of the ideas I really got from it has really taken me to where I am today. One thing that I really commend the bank for is the fact that these courses were actually very unique. Trust me, if you went through the 16 weeks and you come back the same way, then that means, I don't know what it is, because it changed every single thing. In fact, the meetings we started having with my team, they were like, where are you learning all these things from? And for me, I've been like a big fan of Keystone Bank. There was a time when it was actually a company I intended with that was in Keystone Bank, and I told myself one day when I start a business, I'll use Keystone Bank, and I've been using Keystone Bank since then. When people complain, I actually have a reason to tell them, no, you don't need to complain. If you understand, okay, so there's one thing I noticed. Over the weekend, you might not get your alerts. So, but on Monday by 12, you will surely get it. So if your customer actually pays you and you don't see the alert, don't fear, it has entered. Monday by 12, you see it. I always tell people that use Keystone Bank, and trust me, they believe me now because they've noticed it. Because I took my time to understand. If you're in something, you need to understand the space. So thank you so much, Keystone Bank. Thank you. I really appreciate. And my business has been transformed. And to everyone here, good luck. I'm rooting for all of you. I'm really proud I met a lot of you. I've learned a lot from your businesses. Nigeria is doing great things. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you so very much. You see, in this bank, we work hard and we play hard. And we are very religious too. Our system, our SMS alert goes to church. So, and it keeps the Sabbath day holy. It's not a Judas Iscariot. So if you don't see alert, by Monday, he will resume. He will give you the alert. That is it. So don't make you no fear. Like my sister understands the system. All right. Are we happy? You that presented first, we know we'll give you time to talk now. Because your voice is like Davido's own. Okay, let's hear him.
Thank you so much, sir. And that's my natural voice, actually. I'm really glad for the opportunity. I want to echo what my colleagues had said, and thank you to all the judges, to the able coordinator who coached us during the 16-week programming. It was quite intense for me to go first, but it was also very interesting because I now look in retrospect to say I laid the foundation and I gave, my other colleague a chance to, make a good presentation. Like Fuel Credit said, if there was an opportunity to respond to some of the issues raised. I believe we could have, clarified some of those areas. We took a lot of time. We invested ourselves into understanding the challenges in the market. For example, we are building a technology that uses AI and machine learning to capture body measurement remotely, create a virtual fitting room that help people have a visual picture of what their attire will look on. But 4 minutes is not enough to dissect all of those. But I'm super excited for the opportunity. And like some of our colleagues had also said, if this could be like, if there could be some level of continuity to create an harmony to what the Keystone Bank Startup Advantage program is all for, that would be really applaudable. And we are looking forward to partnering with Keystone Bank in the future. For example, one thing we're big on is numbers. And for all the fashion designers and tailors, e-commerce platform owners that work with our platform, we are happy to say Keystone Bank is a bank you should operate with because there will be some incentive in that regard. Partnership opportunity, collaboration, are all ahead of us. And I'm looking forward to what the future holds. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so very much. And I want to reiterate the fact that today is a demo day, demonstration day. You're demonstrating, and it's not like the entire thing. You've been through modules, you've been through, so you have been scored. I'm a lawyer, maybe you don't know, and I started practicing in those days when we have to come to court and speak and speak and speak and speak. You carry this book, you quote, say, my Lord, they will permit you read. These days, practice has changed. You front load everything. It's the judge that does the work. You will now stand up and say, I have filed an affidavit and then a written address. The written address will be my argument and your case is finished. At times you want to adumbrate. The judge will tell you, is it not in my file? Proceed. So don't worry. Today, what you have already front-loaded this thing. We have seen them. Sure, you sent in your slides. We don't read that. Whether you talk them or you no talk them, we know the content. And beyond that, you have done first semester, second semester. Now, your defending project. Maybe project will make you pass. I don't know if you understand. If you have been scoring 0, 0, 0, 0, you can't come manage final year. How you want to do first class? Shake and now. Shoo. So, don't worry. If we give you time, we know you want to speak. But it's even good you say you didn't have enough time. I know, I'm just trying to tell you. Because my son, when he started writing, went to school, when he started using book, he came back. I saw he would just flip this page and write rubbish. So I was asking why. He said because they went on break, that I wanted to finish the book. That he was writing. As far as it's concerned, I was writing. So he said, excuse, I would have finished this book if not for this break. Wasting my money, didn't write anything meaningful. Okay, so I think we have heard from you. Let's just jam our hands together. What I will encourage you to do, in every academy, in every school, in every place where you have this kind of privilege to come together as a unit, you should try as much as possible to keep the union. In this era of social media, it's even good for people to now have a WhatsApp group. Do you know that the referrals from this person to this person to Sabi, who is it, with Sabi and the rest of it, it could be you now doing shoe. Somebody is telling you, my greatest problem now is I wanted to come and collect this shoe, but my tailor is in Surulere. You remember this man. You just go online and chat him and say, come guy, how can you help this person? And now you're developing your business. And like I said, there is continuity in everything we do here, and sustainability is our watchword. So you people are the pioneer class of this project. Yes, you are. I look forward to maybe when we'll do a second batch and you're coming to testify. We started this thing. We started this thing. I remember when we presented here, I did not win, but today, oh my God, what I gathered has helped my business growth. Let me come to reality shows. If you've been watching them, I read, I don't watch, you will find that it's not most of those who win that turn out to be the best. Do you understand? But some people took in the feedbacks they got from the judges, went and built on it, and they are bigger than the man who took that cash that day. The greatest problem I had when I went for an advanced risk management course was identifying the funding need of a customer. Funding need. If you don't know the funding need, if you overfund the man, he will fund lifestyle. If you underfund him, he will say, hey, you can't pay back. So that person, some of you here have stated what you need the 3 million for. Some people just saw it as an opportunity to get 3 million. Do you understand? Maybe if I get that 3 million, I would buy a better car than what I'm using. But somebody will say, I will keep trekking. But I will go and buy machines. So you see that at the end of the day, it is what you put in that you put out. So I join everybody here to say that you people are wonderful. You have done well. You are privileged. And you are all first class. Because if there are 300 people, I have 19 of you. Now first class it is now. Appreciate yourselves once more. All right. I have one big assignment to do now. We'll be back after this time out. You want to call a friend? Okay. Please don't forget to, after this, come and take back your samples from the exhibition board. Yes. DJ, hit me. Let me, after this commercial break, we'll announce the winner. You can play Puga for them. Let them feel like they came for something. I hope Aisha can hear us from Abuja. And Freeman, I hope you're still there. Okay, we are standing in the gap for you. DJ, hit them, listen. They said they want meeting. Give them listen. There's no way to play Puga for them. Let me to collect the money.
Don't sleep, wake up. Collect your money, wake up. Collect your money, wake up. Tera, go get the moolah. Wake up, money go kala. Don't walk, don't try. If I post, they try. just play. So I say, them they find me. For the long time, I've been silent. I don't run up, I'm styling. But the things say I'm in hiding, cause they don't know how to find me. I'll be on the Zumba, by the way. 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 Coming to you. For your pocket, if you only fight for your pocket, for your pocket. October 2020, something happened with the government. That is say we forget for where, for Zumba, by the way. And I tell ya, I know they move that way. I know they move that way. Don't make me move that way. No, I'm not built that way. Far across guys, look at my sideways. I know come niggas for just me. In the meantime, I became me. How you want time, did you tell me? If you need speed, I'll be slurring. I go right behind the steering. I go run down, you can share me. I'll be on no Zumba, by the way. 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 Come into your fire, play the bed, you let them know. No finish you, no finish you. Man, no fit tire, every day I'm on the road. No limit you, no limit you. Hey, this now unto you turn down for you. Many things we can do, to the army to you. You wire for you. Tonight I've been asking at the pain away. You lava lava, give me your hand and shoulder. Cause you should get up, blessings for your head up. You lava lava, give me your hand and shoulder. But I don't go get us, if I go look at us. You lava lava, give me your hand and shoulder. Cause you should get up, blessings for your head up. Lava, lava, give me your hand and shoulder. But I know go get us, better go look at us. And I'm like Vuvuzela, no one can do better. Too body fall for me, why now go shorty. Every energy tonight, wait today my side. But now you day my mind, man. You don't show, this now unto.
Okay, DJ. All right, want to share something with you. INEC verifying the results. We have KPMG and they have to verify this result before we make it public. But let us welcome one of our unit heads. She's in charge of one of our very beautiful products that women love so much, the pink account. Sweetheart, speak to them.
How are you all doing today? Okay, thank you for that introduction, sir. My name is Ifoma Onyawa. I work at Keystone Bank and I currently man the women proposition desk. And I've been seeing a lot of women, a lot of strong women come over to the stage, and I'm so happy, the fact that women are saying no, that they want to take that leadership role, and they've decided they want a structured business, which is part of why we are here today, right? To pitch our business. You understand? So I'm here to talk about the pink products for women. So yes, you've come to pitch your presentation. Yes, for how many months now? You've been on the learning line with Glory, right? So I'm saying today that if you're a woman here, aside what you have gained so far in the MSME Academy, so I'm saying that we have a tailor-made product for you, which is the Pink Account product. The Pink Account product tailor-made to suit the needs of every class of women in the Nigerian society. We as a bank, we are very women-centric. Yes, in Keystone Bank, we are passionate about empowering women. And we know that in Nigeria, women go through a whole lot. It's not even easy to take care of a home, not even talk of taking care of yourself individually. So we're saying that we have this product and services tailor-made for you. We have a vibrant proposition for women, which if you sign up to the product, you start enjoying this product and services. As a woman, after this program, if you sign up with the Pink Account product, free business clinic. So it's going to be like a continuity of what you're doing here. So you get the opportunity of being and help with our various professionals that we partner with. If you are running your business, we help you to upscale your business through our business clinic. And we also have various health lifestyle programs for women, which we do every month. And we decided at the bank that we need to empower women with their health. I was really happy when I heard one of the persons, the females that came to teach, talking about mental health is key. It is only someone that is sound up there, can deliver well. So I'm happy that women have, decided to take the lead in that line. And we're saying that you've empowered with capacity building programs to help you, upscale your business, and also health, lifestyle. We have a lovely pink card, customized just for women. Isn't that nice? Please, can you put your hands together for Keystone Bank? With that customized debit card, you get discounts. So we are saying that as a woman, we are providing discounted services just because you're a woman. And we have created this custom-made card. So if you go to MedPlus, if you go to Health Plus, you want to get your medication, you want to get non-drug related items, you get it at a discount. If you want to meet with your dietitian, ordinarily what they would charge 100K, you get it at 20K, 10K, 15K. We even have currently a project running for women, 30 days health initiative for women. So these are the kinds of propositions and these are the kinds of benefits you stand to enjoy as a woman. So I would be happy if you pick up that form and you feel so that we will also empower you and there will be this continuity of the whole project that we've started. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. CNN. Want to appreciate everybody. I have the result here now. And I have the checks here now. It was very keenly contested. And we have our winners. And the winners are, I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite to the podium the promoter of Nato Care. As I invite Eyita Okodri to make the presentation on behalf of the bank. Eyita to be joined by, please come and make a presentation of the sum of 3 million naira.
To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold on, let your coach join you.
Stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
My brother, your sister-in-law did not die in vain. Be consoled with this and pursue it. Let's appreciate that. Let's appreciate that. I think I don't want to give the other prizes. Okay. The next person that will be going home with 3 million naira today is XDS Manufacturing.
To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions.
I forgot the name of the last person. I don't know. And it's not seen clearly. Okay. Like we said when we were discussing today, this is just the beginning. We'll have more of this. So when we gather next time, I will remember the name of the next winner. Thank you so very much. Oh, it just occurred to me. All right. And not the least, but the next person for today, as my vote will permit to give 3 million naira, is breathe in. The promoter of
my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up,
stand up
for the champions.
Yes, 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 yes.
Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Can I have my 3 winners come with their checks to take pictures?
Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up.
Can you put up the light so they will get a steady effect?
For the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. Tina, please. Come and join the photograph, Tina, please. And the faculty, yes, ma'am. Yes. The head of SME, please. Join, join, join.
I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up.
Yes.
For the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up. For the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up.
Okay, so remain there, please. Everybody that participated, let's have a group photograph. Quickly, quickly. Let's clap for them as they come. Let them come. Come on.
Destiny, I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe.
Please arrange them very well. I want to see these beautiful faces. Don't forget to open your WhatsApp group. I want to be hearing from you. Add me. Add me. Yes, good one.
Stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Wait, let them see. Join them.
Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So
stand up
for the champions, for the champions. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please be seated and let's just wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations. DJ, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Are we proud of you? Super proud of you. Let's do it together. Jam your hands together. Okay, may I invite the head of the team to give us a closing remark. Thank you.
Thank you, our able MC. You've done well for today. So congratulations to all the winners. You all deserve it. It was a keenly contested competition. You guys did wonderfully well, but in every game, there has to be winners. So congrats to all of you for getting to this stage. The sky is your limit. The sky is big for all of you, and we will see you all at the top. You guys will all succeed in your various endeavors. Thank you for coming. Thank you everyone that has been part of this. And as you go back, we wish you journey mercies to your various destinations. Thank you all.
Thank you. And let me just make this appeal to all these wonderful people here. Please don't fail to support Arsenal tonight. We have a match. Thank you. I'm a gunner for life. Thank you. I'm signing off.
Now my mama now him back me. Them is excuse they slap me. Same people when I turn they go yab me. Alright, tell me where them they. Run all they also how they try sustain. Every Saturday, from Ilaja down to Costain. I beg, carry my blessing run. Today now you, tomorrow fi be my turn. Show me love, now go show me python. We be the same for Oluwa Kingdom. So me say, celebrate me. Now when I day alive, appreciate me. Now when I day alive. Not be say when I live this life, you would have fake I'm for my wife. Celebrate me. Now when I day alive, appreciate me. Now when I day alive, not be say when I live this life, you would have fake I'm for my back. Elema for it, you be big name. If I OD, you be big name. I want to share, you be big name. My brother Young Don, you be big name. Oh yeah, my Abby Don, big name. First in Sagila, big name. Ejele1, you be big name. Obi Kubana, you be big name. Ato Eze, you be big name. Ben Peters, you be big name. Tom Polo, you be big name. Ochacho Ebelebe, you be big name. Okonjo Iweala, you be big name. Larry Gaga one name, you be big name. Oluwa make me a big name. Make I put all my enemies in big shame. So me say, celebrate me. Now when I day alive, appreciate me.